Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jeff at Lockdown Security, www.lockdownsecurity.ca, and this is a video I'm making today on the Thinkware F790 two-channel bundle, otherwise known as a two-channel dash camera, and its big brother, the Thinkware Q1000 two-channel bundle, also known as a two-channel dash camera. Now, what I'd like to do is just kind of go over some of the differences between these two. Essentially, I'm going to post this video in both product listings so that people who are shopping for these two cameras can kind of get an idea for both. And I'm going to start with the F790, which is the lower cost of the two. So what is the F790? It is a two-channel 1080p full HD dash camera. It's got 1080p in its front camera, which you see right here, and it's got 1080p in its rear camera, which I have conveniently hidden behind the box. Here is the rear camera. You can see its size in comparison to the front camera. It's actually not very big. What comes in the box is essentially your user guide, some extra tape, hardwire cable, rear camera cable, memory card, and your owner's guide. And one of the things I wanted to show is the bit of a departure that they have done on the F790 in terms of its wiring and in terms of its mount. So you're going to see it's kind of like a transponder, an electronic transponder. The lens is adjustable. So there it is there. You can see I moved it. You've got essentially your SD card input. You've got your buttons along the back. It's designed to mount this sticky side on the windshield, kind of like that. And then you've got this hardwire cable that comes out of the camera. And let me show you why. So essentially, I'm going to put the camera down here for one moment. And hopefully I can kind of show you how this camera comes out. It's got a locking tab right here. And essentially, I'm going to pull this tab. And the camera is going to come out. So check this out. The camera mount is actually the power adapter, which is interesting because what that means is that the hardwire cable that Thinkware generally uses is different for this camera, along with the cigarette lighter jack cable is different on the F790. Here is the camera unplugged. So you'll see radical departure from the normal. Now, what is the normal? Q1000 is the normal. What I mean by that is you can see on the Q1000, they used their standard mounting base, which essentially slides off. I should be able to do this with one hand, holding the camera. There's the base on the Q1000, and obviously no power wires built into that. I'll leave that off. The power wires go into the back of the camera. Again, buttons along the side there. But I'll get into the Q1000 in one moment. Let me go back to this base. So you need to be aware, hardwire cable comes in the box, but this is not the standard Thinkware hardwire cable. It is specific for the F790. Now, some of the things that are different with the 790 over, say, for example, the F200 Pro, which is what this is essentially competing against, being that it's a 1080p camera, it is essentially priced very similar to the F200 Pro, which is Thinkware's entry-level camera. It has very similar features, except for obviously the mount is different. I believe in the near-term future, this will replace the F200 Pro because I can't see why they would need two of the same sort of entry-level camera. But just so you're aware, if you're shopping for a 1080p two-channel and you're looking at the F790, you can also get similar features in the F200 Pro, although I do believe that the image processor in the F790 is superior, aka better than the F200 Pro. So let me just clean up here and let's go over to Q1000. Q1000, this guy is brand new for 2023. I believe it actually was released late 2022. This is essentially their middle of the road, almost flagship two-channel camera. It's got 2K resolution in the front, 1440p, 2K resolution in the rear, 1440p, and essentially it's very similar to cameras of the past. Same sort of form factor. You can see it's very similar in size, maybe a little bit bigger than the F790, but that can be expected because it's got more resolution and it's packing a bigger image processor. Built-in Wi-Fi, built-in GPS, which, by the way, is the same for this guy. This guy is compatible, I think I mentioned, with the multiplexer accessory, so you could actually turn this camera into a 5-channel if you wanted. You cannot do that with the Q1000. Q1000, again, comes with User guide, extra tape, comes with a 32 gig memory card. I don't know if I can capture that on the screen, but you'll see it there from Thinkware. Rear camera cable, hard wire cable for parking mode, and then all of your extra tape. Let me just make sure. Yeah, this is the hardwire cable here, the TWA-SH standard hardwire cable. This one is using the same hardwire cable that all of the other cameras in the Thinkware lineup have been using. Now, one thing I want to talk about, that this camera uses now Bluetooth 5.0 and Wi-Fi for your wireless connection to your phone. Now that has been done to make it easier for you to pair to this camera, but word of warning, it actually makes it a little bit more difficult, especially if your car has wireless CarPlay or wireless Android Auto. This is potentially going to be a bit of an issue in that you'll have to disconnect your vehicle's entertainment system from your phone to connect to this camera. I don't know if they're going to come out with a fix for that, if they even consider it an issue, but I know with our customers, when we're pairing this to their phone for Wi-Fi video recordings to view them, this camera can sometimes cause connection issues. But other than that, this camera is fantastic and I would recommend it to anybody. What's cool about these cameras is they do go on promotion all the time. So check our website. We're always having different promotions each week. So you can always catch a deal on any of the Thinkware lineup. Hope I didn't bore you too much with these videos. If you're shopping for a 2-channel dash camera and you want 1080p, F790, great way to go. You want 2K and 2K, both in the front and the rear, Q1000 is a great way to go. Let me know what you think of these videos. I'm kind of changing it up a little bit. I know they might be a little bit boring, but essentially I like to show people exactly what they're buying before they buy it, and this is what you're getting in these cameras. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you could, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It goes a long way to help us make more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching. And if you need any of these 2-channel dash cameras, feel free to call us 1-866-824-4118. We would love to hear from you. Thank you.